Hi, I'm Matt O'Mara. I'm 36 years old. I was born with cerebral palsy, and last year my college was on strike and I was walking the picket line. Due to my cerebral palsy, the muscles had tightened up around my spine and around my leg bones, and it was very painful to walk.
Hi, I'm Pam Fitch, and last year I was on the picket line too. Our colleges were on strike and it was the coldest March in many, many years. So when I was watching Matt on the picket line, I noticed that he had a lot of tension, especially in his right leg, and his knees seemed to really flex in an odd, strange way. At one point I wondered if he even had an artificial leg, but he told me later that it was CP. He also seemed a bit flexed at the hip, and I wondered how his psoas and his hip flexors were going to be feeling. The first thing I did when I was giving Matt a massage was I just tried to address the proprioception issues in his hip. I tried to distract the hip so that his hip joints would forget how to hold things stiff. So I did a lot of this rocking, for about 10-15 minutes, Matt? Something like that. And then, through a couple of layers of clothes, I began to work on the trigger points in the IT band. Right in there. Okay?
Yeah.
So, vastus lateralis. And I'm... you can do this with mittens on, too. You can. It's really cold today. So I worked the trigger points in vastus lateralis. There's usually a cluster there, and I think I spent maybe 15 minutes rocking and another 15 to 20 minutes working on these trigger points. And eventually, the whole leg started to soften. It was quite extraordinary. Then I worked the hamstring attachments behind the knee, because his hamstrings are like wire. And I thought by doing some origin and insertion work right at the attachments of the hamstrings, that's how much they're wiry, that might loosen some of the hamstring tension. And eventually, the degree of tension in the hamstrings started to give way. And finally, I grabbed with my fingers around the other hamstrings, the medial hamstrings, and started rocking and pulling his knee towards me. And I don't pretend that this was any particular technique. I was just trying to accomplish some degree of suppleness in his muscles. And to my astonishment, in minus 30-degree weather, sitting on lawn chairs in the winter snow with 3 layers of Gore-Tex and winter clothes, suddenly Matt's leg went soft. And it was really relaxed, sort of like that. How's that feeling?
That's good.
I continued to work down the gastrocs and the soleus, and I did actually wear my mittens because it was too cold to take them off. Combining a lot of rocking, shaking, challenging the joints. Until Matt's leg felt free. You want to try walking on that thing?
Yeah, sure.
How's that feel, Matt?
Wonderful.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's great.
Wonderful. After the strike, I became a big believer in massage therapy. I started to go into the student clinic at Algonquin, and I was amazed on the difference. that massage therapy provided. Before, I'd have to take 2 or 3 painkillers a day plus 3 or 4 muscle relaxers just to get through the day. And with massage therapy, I only take a muscle relaxer or a painkiller maybe once every 2 or 3 months, and it's made an incredible difference in my life.